Streaming. Streaming means listening to music or watching video in real time, instead of downloading a file to your computer and watching it later. Watching TV shows and listening to music has never been the same after the arrival of streaming in the world of technology. We finally come to a time where downloading content is about to be known as quote-unquote old, and Spotify and SoundCloud are the new cassettes and CDs. With that being said, today is going to be a very interesting video since I'm going to review Spotify, a very known service out there in America. And it's interesting because Spotify is not available in India, but you could get it through a method in a video which I have a link down below in the description. Before starting off, I'd like to mention that I had paid for Apple Music, which is available in India, and it's way cheaper than Spotify. But since it didn't have all the latest content available and music wasn't explicit, I decided to give Spotify a shot, and here we are. Okay, now we can begin. First off, let's start off with the sleek user interface that Spotify works with. It's black and green, and it looks amazing. It's easy to get used to and works seamlessly both on Android and iOS. Everything is well spread and nicely placed, and you easily memorize where every category lies. The app has zero to no glitches and bugs, which the Apple Music's app faced a ton of in the Android's version. The only downside I could come up with was that it lacked album art on the side of every song while scrolling through offline songs list or playlist. Even though you could find album art if you press here while a song plays, but it makes it harder for me to identify my favorite song while scrolling, so yeah. When I go back to take a look at Apple Music, I could easily trace out many comparisons of why Spotify is better than Apple Music. For example, Spotify gives you the freedom to make custom playlists and share them online worldwide, and use other people's custom-made playlists too. Whereas in Apple Music, I only had the option to listen to playlists made by Apple, and that too songs which were ages old. The other one being the seamless and easy download experience on Spotify. By that, I mean on Spotify you can easily download a bunch of songs with the press of a button, but on Apple Music you would have to go to every song, press download individually for that song, and move on to the next one. Do this for the whole playlist and you finally have a whole song list, but probably after a whole eternity or so. And not to forget all the stupid app crashes on the Android version. But since Spotify wasn't available in India, I actually had to pay $5 for premium, so that I get access to an ad-free premium experience and offline downloads. But I must say the whole package adding up to $15 was worth it. Actually, you know what? No, it wasn't. It was darn expensive. If you do the math, a monthly membership of Spotify costs you around 1500 rupees. That is an extremely high price for a streaming service, whereas Apple Music only charges you 120 rupees. Peanuts compared to Spotify. But I have to admit, Spotify does provide a very premium experience. Since it's only $5 per month for students in the States and $10 for the adults, I must say Americans are getting a pretty bang for the buck deal, since Spotify is one of the most used things in my daily basis until now. I ended up downloading around 200 songs with my Spotify subscription, and it was a joy to shuffle through them all. Also, all of them were unedited or abridged. In conclusion, if I was to pick between Spotify and Apple Music, I wouldn't hesitate to choose Spotify, but at what price? Not at the price of 1050 Indian rupees per month. Once again, this was the Spotify review, and this is That Indian Kid signing out. Subscribe and have a wonderful day.